Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of our declutter and makeup collection video. So these are some of the products I decluttered from last time. So if you're interested in anything, make sure to leave a comment down below or email me and we'll figure something out. And I can't wait to show you guys the next part of my collection. So let's get to it. For today, I thought it would be really fun to start off everything with blush, which is my favorite part of my makeup collection and makeup routine. So it'll be really nice to show you guys what I have in my collection and what I'm planning to get rid of. Bear with me, you can see there's a lot here. There's even an entire drawer dedicated to blush. Hey guys, so this is the blush collection. As you can see, there is a lot here and they're mostly powder blushes, but let's go through it, and I think I'll just keep on going through it and put all the declutters here in this pile later on. Let's first start with the Real Triple Blusher. This is a great one. This one has beautiful warm tones and I really like how neutral and wearable this is. It's also a very soft formula and easy to wear every day. I think it's good for beginners and makeup lovers because it's relatively sheer, but you can build it up. This is one of my favorite pink shades for blush, and I'm not usually a pink blush lover, but this one really just, look how that just blends onto your skin. It looks like it's cotton and airbrushed. Beautiful blush, and I need to use it a little bit more, so definitely keeping this one. So putting this in a keep pile. Here I have my ColourPop Desert Rose. This is a beautiful blush, again more on the neutral side, and on my camera again it's picking up a little bit orange, but it's actually quite pink as well. And if you take a look, there are micro shimmers in here that just makes it look super flattering and beautiful on the skin. There we go. Look how neutral and soft that is. I absolutely adore this blush and I think this is a great formula. Love the ColourPop formula. So definitely keeping this, and I love the succulent theme. I'm a sucker for houseplants, so definitely keeping. Next is the Can Make Glow Fleur Cheeks. Now this is a very viral product, I think mainly because of the imprint. Look how stunning that is, just these flowers, and this is really beautiful. You have, again, a very glowy formula. You can see the shimmers and sparkles in it. This is in the shade 11 and I'm pretty sure it's called Chai Tea. I can't really remember, but this is a beautiful color story. However, I do find it to be a little bit too shimmery and I'm not a big fan of these colors because either way, no matter how I brush it, I will end up going to the darker mauvey shade, and that's really not my cup of tea, and this is quite cool tone, so I will probably let this one go. Let's put that one here. Oh, even looks like a corner of shame. Next, I have a Laura Mercier Blush Infusion. This is a beautiful powder blush. This is in the shade Ginger, which is a very viral shade for Asian cosmetics. It's because of, again, this neutral undertone, and it's quite light in comparison, so it gives a nice flush to your cheeks, and it also looks a little bit brown, doesn't it? So it acts almost as a bronzer as well, so it's perfect for people like me who prefer just to have either bronzer or blush. So this one's great. Again, the formula is so soft. I think you have to feel it in order to understand what I'm talking about, but when I say I touch this and it feels like silk, it is so smooth. It's almost as if I am touching a cream. That is how soft this is. And again, the pigment is not insane. It's kind of just this wash of color that you can build up slightly, and wow, it is just so beautiful. You can see it gives a very nice warmth to the face. But this one's stunning, not letting this one go. Next is the Peri Pera Sunshine Cheek Blush, and I have this in the shade 06. Pure Blush Sunshine Cheek. This, again, Peri Pera makes some of the best, I think, K-beauty ever, just because not only is it affordable, the products they just deliver, and it is, again, so smooth. This formula is soft and easy to use. It is just incredible. I love it. However, we can see my swatch, this is simply too light. It almost looks like it could be a setting powder or a brightening powder. This is just not the right shade for me, unfortunately. I love this formula. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I think I will pick up more just for this formula, but for the shade, this is just not it, and I think this blush deserves a better home. It is just so good, and yeah, probably will pick up more in other shades. Next, I have some Fresh O2 blushes. As you can see, the mirror is very dirty because I like to dab it on there, but these blushes are so good. I think this brand is a very unfamiliar brand because they just launched overseas and internationally. This is a Taiwanese brand and they are so good. These blushes, again, they have sheen in it, which you can probably tell from the trend that I really like glowy blushes because it makes my skin look like they have a nice pop and sheen and shine to them. And I really love this formula because it's almost like a satin finish. Let me use my pinky. This is my favorite shade out of the 4 that I was gifted, and this one, this is the yellow packaging. This is a beautiful shade. Again, that kind of peachy coral and still has that nice beige undertone. It is a very light soft color and you can wear it for every day. It just makes your cheeks pop and it makes you look very sweet. So I really love this formula. It's a satin finish and really soft to blend. Definitely keeping this one. And since I'm talking about Fresh 02, I'll just show you guys the other 2 shades that I have. So this one's a bit darker. This is almost a roasted coffee kind of shade with hints of rose in it. This one's very pretty, but I use this more as almost contouring because this is just very dark, but it's gorgeous when it's lightly used. So keeping these, and this one's a very close second favorite shade. Look at how cute the embossing is. It's this compass, and I have this thing with beautiful makeup. I don't want to use it up because I think it'll ruin the imprints, but this is a gorgeous shade as well. This one is leaning very neutral, so I think this one's great again as well for contouring blush, so putting it on your cheekbones just to emphasize definition. So this one's gorgeous. These 3 are all beautiful, so we'll keep these. Let me go on to my ColourPop blush. This is from the Sailor Moon collection. This is in the shade, I'm pretty sure, Cat's Eye. Yes, this is in the shade Cat's Eye, and look how beautiful Luna looks, right? She just, she's stunning in here. This collection was the first thing that I ever bought from ColourPop, and let me tell you, I'm absolutely obsessed with them. And this blush, again, is just a gorgeous formula. I'm running out of fingers. I'll use my thumb to swatch it. But it's a very vibrant pink, and it's very different from everything I have in my collection just because I tend to lean for more peachy oranges, and this one's a very bright pink, and the shimmers are quite potent. They're very obvious on the cheeks. You can see that the glitters are definitely there. It's a bit on the chunkier side. It's not a satin finish. This one is one of these blushes where I don't reach for it a lot, and I know I don't reach for it a lot. However, I do want to keep it because for memory's sake, and also the packaging, it is just really gorgeous. I love Sailor Moon growing up, so this is just something I'm going to keep for memory's sake, but I know I won't get too much use out of this one. Okay, next let's move on to my 3CE blushes. So these are some of my favorites, and they are just absolutely insane. You can tell someone really likes something when they have more than one shade in that formula. So this is the first one I got. This is Rose Beige, and it's just a very flattering, again, neutral shade for everyone. And I think the 3CE Mood Recipe blushes are just absolutely insane. They blend themselves. It's like butter and just absolutely gorgeous. Let me show you guys what it looks like. Look at that. That is gorgeous, am I right? That is just so beautiful. It is pigmented and it's easy to blend out. If I just gently touch it, you can see it kind of blurs my skin a little bit. It has great coverage and pigmentation, and yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. This one's the first one, and then I got Soft Salmon. This one's a very vibrant orange and salmon shade. There we go. I love using this shade for the spring and summertime because it just really brightens the looks, and I always feel like I get a happier mood out of it, so I love that one. The newest one to my collection is Nude Peach, and this one is even lighter than Rose Beige, and it's basically the same shade but a different tone, if that makes sense. So we can see that this one is more just peach beige, and this one again has that more pink and rose tone to it, but these are absolutely stunning, and I really like using this all over the face, especially in winter where my skin is a lot lighter. That was a really bad swatch, but here it is. It's just a very natural blush, and I think for me, I really love the no makeup looks and natural makeup, so this one is just absolutely phenomenal, perfect, and I can't wait to use them more. Next is a blush I got from Miniso. This is the 3 gradient blush. So you have 3 different shades. You have a white one to brighten any of the other 2 shades, and this is a coral, this is a pink. This one is actually really good. I think it's very underrated because it's from Miniso, which is more of a, you know, department store, almost like a 7-Eleven, I would say. It's very underrated, but the formula is actually really good. I really like using the white shade here to lighten any of the blushes that I may have, and it's not really pigmented to the point where it shows up white, but you can see it definitely has some coverage to it. And just think about mixing it with any blush. It truly just makes it lighter and tones it down, which I think is beautiful. It's really soft, and I think the formula is absolutely incredible for the price. I think it's only $5 and you get a lot in here. And the brush is actually super soft. It feels really nice against the skin, and I think it's perfect for traveling. That being said, I have these shades already, and I have, you know, a lot of blushes in my collection, so I think I will be letting this one go because it's good and I think it's a nice blush, but I don't use it enough to justify keeping it. Okay, I almost forgot this one, but this is the NARS Orgasm Duo. This is iconic. And yep, if you saw my other video, I did butcher it and kind of roast it a little bit because I don't think the Orgasm blush is my absolute favorite. And for that reason, I don't reach for a lot because it's this cool blush with a gold sheen to it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's very strange. So here it is. It looks absolutely beautiful swatched, and you can see it gives that sheen and shine to your face that looks like you have just been blushing and you just woke up. So this is really quite beautiful when swatched, but on my face it just looks grey. I don't love it. The highlighter is actually so stunning, and I think it is super underrated, but wow, look at that. It is gorgeous. I absolutely love the highlighter in here, and I think this is one of the first face palette duos I've ever gotten, so this one's great. It's a mini, but yeah, for the reason of the shade of this blush, I think I'll let this one go because I don't use it enough and I don't reach for it. Even though it is NARS, and NARS is one of my favorite brands, if not my favorite brand, I will have to find a new home for this beautiful face blush because I don't use it enough and it deserves a lot more. So putting this in the declutter pile. The last palette blush in my collection is from Roman. This is the Roman Better Than Cheeks, and I got this in the shade 01. And I think this is a beautiful blush. Again, I really like layering my blush, so this is a lighter shade so I can put all over my cheeks, and then taking a darker shade such as, you know, the mauve from Fresh 02 or even rose beige or the Colourpop on the outer corners to contour my face. And this one is incredible. Roman is one of my favorite K-beauty brands and brands in general because they make such beautiful products for such an affordable price, and they're quite accessible, so I do love them for that. Look at that. This is a beautiful orange coral shade, and the formula is actually reminiscent of the Laura Mercier, which is incredible because the price difference is woo, it's massive. But this one's a beautiful formula. There's so many shades to choose from, and I love using it, so definitely not parting with this one. Okay guys, so that is it for my powder blushes. I am a huge blush simp, so I'm going to keep all of these blushes. But now let's move on to my cream and liquid blushes. Almost forgot. I forgot to put this in my little collage, but this is the 3C Take a Layer Multi-Pot and Diatimer. This is one of the best blushes ever, and look how beautiful the model is, right? I love this because it is long wearing, it is beautiful, it is pigmented, and it is just incredible. Look at that. That's one swatch. How insane is the pigment? But the thing is, for these you can blend it ever so slightly and soften the looks. Look at that. It just looks great. It is a cream to powder finish that is very matte on the face but not drying, and the purpose of this blush is meant to be you can put it on the face, you can put it on the lips and the eyes. So I love it when products are multi-use like that. You can watch my review on this when I first got this, and yeah, I just really love this shade. Again, you can see I went through an orange blush phase, and yeah, this was incredible. I really like it. I don't like using it on the lips though, it is a little bit drying, but on the cheeks it's perfect, and on the eyes it doesn't budge either. One small thing, I would say is this does have a scent. It has quite a strong vanilla scent, so if you are sensitive to fragrance, this is probably not for you, but this is such a beautiful blush, and if you're okay with fragrances, definitely check this out. This is incredible. Next is Part2. Part2 is again another K-beauty brand. I love K-beauty, and this is my favorite blush ever. Just period, my favorite blush. This is again a neutral pink with a hint of beige orange in it, and it's just perfect for every day. You can layer this on, you can make it a wash of color. It's just so good for every day. I can't stop raving about it. And the thing is, this is one of those blushes that is a putty finish, so you can see once you press into it, it is like putty. It is so fun to play with, and because of that, it is very easy to, you know, just play around with and move on your cheeks. And you can see it coats in my finger so well without emphasizing wrinkles or lines. You can see how soft and airbrushed my skin looks. It is just so gorgeous, so easy to use, and I absolutely adore it. I think if I ran out of this, I would purchase this over and over again. If you take anything away from this video, it's you need this blush. It's so perfect. And since we're talking about Part2, let's talk about the Juicy Pong blusher. This one is another blusher that I really enjoy. This is a liquid. It looks like a nail polish, doesn't it? But this is one of those blushes where you put a little bit on and a little goes a long way if you're using your finger or a brush. But when you use a sponge, it does tend to eat away the blush's pigments, so be wary of that. And once you blend it out, it really becomes just this natural wash of color and looks like you're blushing from within. You can see now that I've blended it a little bit, it's basically gone. So for these blushes, if you don't really touch it too much and just tap it in, it really just stays. But once you blend it out, it looks super natural and faded. So I love using this when I don't want to wear heavy makeup and I just want a no makeup day. So really loving this. And my Rare Beauty blushes. You guys, I think, all know I'm a huge simp for Rare Beauty and Selena Gomez. She is my favorite song artist ever. I loved her songs ever since I was younger, you know, Love You Like a Love Song, etc. So when she came out with Rare Beauty, I was like, I need to have everything sooner or later. I just want to support Selena as much as I can. And honestly, her products are worth it. It is insane and incredible. I actually wanted to do a full face review on Rare Beauty, so let me know if you want to see that. But these are just gorgeous blushes. They are pigmented, they are long wearing, they are easy to use, they are just everything. So let me show you guys just some doe foot applicator swatches. So this is in the shade Bliss. This is again a very neutral pink orange, and then here we have Hope, which is more of a cool tone mauve but still pink. Look at that. These blushes, they swatch like a dream, and when you're blending it on your face as well, this is in the shade Peace, they're so easy to blend and they don't disrupt the foundation or concealer underneath your face. However, try not to set your face before using it. Use all creams and liquids. But look at these shades, they are beautiful and they are pigmented. So unlike the Part2 Pong blusher, those kind of fade over time, but this one, look at that. The pigment is no joke. It just stays there forever, but you can still blend it out. So, you know, you can still make it a wash of color if you're into that kind of vibe. But look at that. Once it is blended out, it is a powdery finish and it will not budge. These blushes are just incredible and I cannot stop raving about them. And yeah guys, that is my blush collection. I really didn't do too much decluttering on this because everything here truly just stole my heart and I love it. So we'll keep these and we'll move on to the next category. Next, let's move on to some mascaras in my collection. I have quite a few mascaras and I won't declutter too many just because mascaras are a bit hard to give away in case of, you know, for sanitary reasons and hygiene purposes. So I will keep most of them, but I'll just go through which ones I'm loving currently and which ones I'm not as loving and why. Because some of these I'm not loving as much that I usually would declutter. They're almost done, so might as well just keep them and use it up. So real quick, I'll talk about the Essence Volume Stylist. This one is just grown old. It's not performing the way it used to. It's dried up and it doesn't give the volume and extension that it promised when it first came into my collection. I have put eye drops in it to kind of soften it up, but yeah, this one's just not working its magic for me anymore, but it's almost done, so I'm not too fussed about that. The Dr. Mascara Fixer by Etude House, it's just very natural. It doesn't really hold my lashes too long either, but I think it's really good for no makeup days, so that's not too bad. But yeah, if you want something that's a little bit more wow and dramatic, definitely not your cup of tea. And the Clinique one, this has been something on my mom's wish list for so long, but yep, ever since I've been gifted this by Michelle, thank you so much for sending it over. Yeah, she's just been wanting it because Clinique is one of her favorite brands of all time, and she's just always hinting like, hey, how's that new mascara working? And you know, I have to take a hint, so this one's going to leave my collection to go to mom, so let's put that there. But yeah, the rest are pretty good. I think I'm really particular about my mascara. I like mascaras that hold curls all day and just stay put, they don't smudge and smear. So these two are my absolute favorites, the Peri Pera Clear set. This one's beautiful, and the Heroin Make Kiss Me waterproof. These are absolutely insane. They make your lashes stay all day. They curl, they lengthen, they just do everything. Perfect for short stubby lashes like mine. And the rest I don't love a lot, but I do use them. Like I said, mascara is very hard for me to be obsessed over. And yeah, these are good, they do the work, so yeah, you know, that's a really nice. And this one is a very unique mascara in my collection because it is maroon colored and it's very thin. Look at that, it looks like a brow gel applicator. But this is really fun for days I wear red makeup, red eye makeup, and I put this on the lower lashes and it looks really cute and subtle, so I really like that for this purpose. But yeah, that is my mascara collection. Not much to declutter, I just want to work on finishing and using them up because a lot of these are almost half empty or almost there, so just need to give that extra nudge. Let's move on to the next category. Next, we're going to move on to some brow products. So you can tell that I am a huge brow gel and cream lover. That is my preferred method of brow application. You can see that my brows are naturally quite full, so I think going over the top is not my cup of tea. I don't really like doing that. So yeah, these are some of the products that I've been using. Let's start off with the pencils. The Benefit Precisely My Brow. This was a holy grail for a reason. This is the first brow product I've ever bought. I bought the mini travel size and I finished it up, and I bought the full size, so I really love it. It's just a precise tip for drawing out faux eyebrows, and I really like that. I think this is perfect, really good. And the pony effect is also really good because it is insanely thin. Pulled out the wrong side, whoops. Look at that, that is so thin and precise. It just allows me to draw individual strokes of brows, and I think it's so good, and it stays put all day. Just the perfect mixture of waxy but soft. This is from the Orchid Skin. It's a 3-in-1 eyebrow pencil. This has a spoolie applicator, and it also has a, this is really cool, wait for it, a powder, and it has a eyebrow pencil. This is insane. This is such a good product for value, and just for the coolness of it. Like, how great is this design? That is insanely intelligent and smart. I love it, and I think this is amazing. This is so good. It fills your brows in and it stays all day. It's absolutely insane. That being said, I am going to say goodbye to this product because you can see that the pencil is quite wide, and also the shade is not quite my thing. It's a little bit too grey and dark for me, so this is not the best brow pencil for me anymore, so I will say goodbye to this. This is incredible and I absolutely love it because it is affordable, but it is so worth your money. I really like it, but I will have to say goodbye to it because it deserves a lot more love. This is the Art Class by Rodin. So again, Too Cool for School. This is the brow design pencil, and this is again a thicker kind of applicator, and it aims for filling out an entire section, but there's also a sharp edge that allows you to draw individual strokes. So this is again your typical brow pencil with your spoolie on one side and applicator on the other. I think this is really nice and good. This shade is also really good for me as well because it's great for on the go. I don't use it a lot, but I think I'll keep it just to test it a bit more because it is quite new in my collection. So I'll give it a few more runs, and I'm still not loving it or reaching for it enough, then I might declutter it. But for now, I want to test it a few more times. Now the spicy parts, the gels and everything in between. I'll start first with this Morphe brow cream. It's almost like a pot of eyeliner, doesn't it look like that? But it's for your eyebrows, and I think this is one of the first brow products I ever bought because I thought, hey, it's multi-function, it's for eyebrows and eyeliner. Woo! I thought I was saving so much money and getting great use out of it, but yeah, no. I haven't used a lot of it. And this, I clearly didn't know how you choose an eyebrow color because this is too dark for me. I think I was more focusing on the eyeliner section if I'm being honest. But this is actually a really good brow brow cream because it's really pigmented, and once it stays on your brows it won't move and it just stays like that all day. A little bit hard to work with because it can become a little bit too splotchy. Not splotchy, but because it's a cream, it's easier to spread out, so it makes your eyebrows look a little bit thick. So for that reason, I'm going to say goodbye to this and move on from it. It deserves a better home. Now let's move on to some brow gels. So this is a clear brow gel from Roma, the Hung All Brow Fixer. This one's really nice for just natural makeup looks. It makes your brows stay all day, and I really like that about it. So really quick and easy for every day, like that a lot. This is the Fresh O2 Clear Brow Gel. This one is really nice. You can see there's a very thick and big applicator. This is absolutely clear, and once you put this on your eyebrows, it just won't budge. It is incredible. It has great staying power. When you wash it off at night or when you take off your makeup, make sure to let the cleansing oil soak your eyebrows for a little bit. But this is really good. It does have a very strong scent, almost like hairspray, which sometimes pisses me off a little bit if I'm being honest, but it's not a big deal. I think it's good, and I go through brow gel so quick that I think I'm just going to run out of this very soon, so I'll keep this in my collection. And I do like how it makes my eyebrows stay all day. This is the Up Hue Skinny Brow Cara, and this is a tinted brow gel. Now we're moving on to the tinted area, and you can see how precise and fine this applicator is. It's so easy to comb through all your hairs and give it that extra oomph. It's just so nice for every day, and it doesn't make your eyebrows look clumpy, and it does fix the shape. So I really enjoy this, and it's really affordable, so I highly recommend. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel, and I got this in the shade Chocolate. So this brow gel is, first of all, I really like the shade. So the dark brown is really nice, but can you see how there's these shimmers in it? Like these gold reflex to it. I think that might come off as a bit daunting and intimidating, but let me tell you the secret. Having a little bit of shimmer in your eyebrows just really takes your makeup to the next level. It looks so good. I mean, I'm not talking about putting glitter chunks, but a little bit of micro shimmer like this makes your eyebrows look more full and natural. It is just incredible. So I really like how they had shimmers in it, and this is what the applicator looks like. You can see it's almost like a toothbrush, so it's on one side it's a little bit smaller and the other it's more finer and more populated. So this is really good for brushing through everything and setting the shape. That being said, I think I'm going to let this one go from my collection. I think it's a little bit too much for the brows. It picks up too much product for me, and for my brows I don't need that much product, and tinting, it makes it a little bit unnatural, especially since this is dark brown. It's not exactly black like my lashes, so it makes it a little bit obvious I'm wearing brow gel. Pretty much new, and I didn't use it too much. I really like this product, but yeah, the shade isn't for me unfortunately, but I hope this one finds a new home because this is incredible. Next is the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt. This one is really nice because, again, I love a fine applicator. Actually, this one's very similar to the Anastasia, but a lot smaller and easier to work with. I think this is what I would have liked from Anastasia. That one's just too big and bulky and it picks up too much product. This one's a bit more sparse, and I think this one's just really easy for combing through eyebrows, and I think this is a very affordable option that everyone can give a go. Now it's the L'Oreal Plump Set. This is my favorite brow gel because this applicator is incredible. It's fine, it's small, but it just packs a punch and it really sets my brows. This formula is insane. It just makes my brows look so plump but natural, and it also just stays in shape. So really enjoy this, and I think I will repurchase this over and over again. This is in the shade, let me see, dark brunette. Really like this, and I think you get a lot of bang for your buck. But yeah, I'm happy with my eyebrow collection now. I think this is a good number to progress with, so let's move on to the next category. Now we're going to move on to eyeliner, which is a pretty big category, so strap in for some reviews. Okay, so I have a lot of eyeliner here. We'll go through it, and first I'll separate them into gel, pencil, and felt tips. Let's start with gels. This is from Clio. This is the Sharp So Simple, and this is in the shade dark brown, I'm pretty sure, 02 brown, and this is incredible. I love a thin eyeliner, and this one glides on like a dream, and look how pigmented that is. I barely touch my skin. That is so stunning, right? And once it's dry, it really doesn't budge, but once it's first put on, you can kind of smear it out a little bit to blend it. I think I waited a little bit too long, but you can make it a little bit more sheerer and make it look more natural. This is incredible. I love this eyeliner. Favorite gel liner ever. So good. This is from Sephora collection. This is an OG in my collection, and this is the waterproof gel liner. This was said to be a dupe for the Marc Jacobs, and I think this is a really good eyeliner. It is so pigmented and just stays on your eyes all day. It really is waterproof. I've cried in this and it didn't smudge, so take my word for it when I say it's waterproof. And yeah, this is just a really great eyeliner, and I think they're really nice. Great selection of shades, and as you can see, easy to kind of just draw it out like such, but also make strokes. So this one's really good, and I do like it. They're affordable, they're great quality, they're from Sephora, so you know, really swells up our ego, so that is perfect. However, I am going to declutter them just because they have been in my collection for a while, and I haven't been reaching for them as much as of lately, so I think they deserve a better home. Next is Colourgram. This is their cream liner. This is again a very fine eyeliner, and this one isn't as long wearing as the other ones. I would say this one's more for smudging. You can see it's very easy to just kind of blend out and smudge, so I like to use this kind of almost to emphasize my dark brown eyeshadows when I'm doing a look. This one's really good for that reason, and I think it's also good for just smoky eyes in general. I do like it for a natural everyday wing as well, because I wouldn't mind it smudging a little bit, so this one's quite good as well. I enjoy that. And this is from Mersey. This is a very underrated brand. This is a really good eyeliner. This is in the shade Burgundy, Rosy Burgundy, which is an unusual shade, but look how cute that would be for a lip liner. But this one, okay, did we see that? That just kind of glided on, right? It is so beautiful, and it lasts all day. Once it stays in place, it doesn't smudge. But again, you can kind of smudge it a little bit, and I would say before it dries, you can use this almost as a cream eyeshadow. It is that beautiful. It really just lasts all day once it sets and looks perfect. I love using this for, you know, again, red eyeshadow days, and this is such an underrated brand. Super affordable and quality products. Next is the Bibia Last Auto Gel Eyeliner. This is in the shade Beige. This is fairly new. I haven't used it too much, but I like to use it to kind of open up my eyes and enlarge my eyes. You can see it really just is easy to use and blends out like a dream. It is smooth, and I like to put this in the waterline so it really tests how long lasting it is, and it actually does stay on the eyes for a very long time and doesn't bleed. So I think this is a great eyeliner, and I do love using it a lot. Now let's move on to the pencils. So this is from Mecca Max. This is the Eye Max eyeliner. This is a beautiful color. This is a chocolate brown. Let me just swatch it for you guys. Look at that, right? This is insanely beautiful, and I think Mecca Max is also a really good brand, kind of like Sephora collection, but the Australian version. One thing though, this transfers and moves around a lot. So it doesn't really ever dry down, it kind of just is always prone to being transferable and moves a lot. So I use this as a base usually for my smoky eye. So for example, if I know I want a very dark smoky eye, I'll put this underneath, give it a little blend, and then pack eyeshadow on top of it to make it last all day. So I like to use it for that reason. I do enjoy it a lot, so I'm going to keep this in my collection. This is from Rimmel. This is the Soft Kohl eyeliner pencil, and I think this one is, again, a really great, you can tell I really like dark brown eyeliners rather than black eyeliners, because I think it's a lot more natural and easy to work with, just because in case I make a mistake. This one is on the harder and more waxy side, but this is good because it doesn't transfer once it's dried, and this just lasts all day. This is perfect for every day, and I love Rimmel to bits. I think one of the best drugstore brands out there. Now we're going on to the liquid liners. First, this is my favorite liquid liner. This is from Heroin Make. This has such a precise tip, and it just draws out the smoothest, most beautiful eyeliner. That was such a bad swatch because I'm using my left hand. My right hand, I can't find any spaces left on it. Let's use it here. Look at that. It is just so beautiful, and you get such a precise line out of it as well. So this is great for just winging it out and making cat liner. And this lasts all day. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't transfer. It just looks perfect. It's awesome. I think this is one of the best eyeliners ever. Just, if you guys haven't tried it, please try it out. It is so good. Waterproof, everything proof, sweat proof, breakup proof. I don't know. This is just amazing. So good. Highly recommend it. And next is the L'Oreal Perfect Slim. This was my favorite for a very long time, and I think it's very underrated. Look at that. Oh, so nice, right? It is so pigmented, and you can get these fine lines. This is just so good. I really enjoy it. I think L'Oreal is a great brand. They make amazing products. So this one's gorgeous, and I highly recommend it. This is from McQueen. This is a waterproof eyeliner again. So this one is also really nice for drawing out fine tips for your eyeliner. One thing is this doesn't stay as long on the eyes, so I usually just use this when I want to play around with makeup or I'm at home. I know I won't be doing a lot of running or just activity, so it stays on my eyes for a bit longer. This is really nice, and for the price I think it is pretty good, so I'm keeping that as well. This is from KVD Beauty, and this is a tattoo liner sample which I won from a giveaway. I've been using this for the last few days and just testing it out, and I think this is a really solid eyeliner. It is really pigmented, it's easy to glide on, and it wears pretty long as well. I do want to test it a little bit more though, because these days it's been raining, so I can't tell if it's heat proof or sweat proof, but so far I'm quite enjoying it. Last but not least, I have this Fresh O2 eyeliner. This is the long wear liquid liner. This is something I've been wearing quite a bit as well. This is a brown shade. I just really like how natural brown eyeliner is. It's so easy to work with. This one's really good. It's a bit on the runny side for the formula, so be careful, but I really like, you can see it doesn't really bleed into my skin. It kind of just stays in its own lane, so this is really good for that. Yeah, I think this is a very nice eyeliner, pretty classic, and it will just be something that's easy to throw on and use. I'm horrible at decluttering eyeliners because I use it so often, but this is my eyeliner collection, and I'm happy to progress with this. Alright guys, that is it for today's video, and this is all that I have decluttered today, and not as much as yesterday, but I think it's still good progress because today I went through two of my favorite drawers, which is blusher and eyeliners. So I'm happy to let these move on from my collection, and it was really fun to film this video. So yeah, that is it for today's video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up or even subscribe to my channel, and make sure to tune in to the next part of the series. And next part will be really exciting because I will go through my biggest collections, which are my lips and my eyeshadows. So just to give a little bit of a precursor, this is one of the drawers of lip products that I have. So it's going to be a long one. It's going to be lipsticks, lip tints, lip liners, all that. Yeah, that is about it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see you guys for the next one. Bye, guys.